Today on NewsWatch, deadly floods sweep through Texas. See how residents are working to repair the damage. Plus, tensions are high in North and South Korea. We'll break down why a recent missile launch has officials in the U.S. concerned. And we've got highlights from this year's White House Correspondents' Dinner, including our own CBN News celebrity guest. Find out who it was. Thanks so much for joining us for CBN NewsWatch. I'm Ephraim Graham. The Gulf Coast was inundated with more floodwaters as severe storms swept through over the weekend. In Texas, the flooding even took the lives of a great-grandmother and 4 children. Dale Hurt has the story.
This morning, dealing with the aftermath of deadly flooding from torrential rains.
That is crazy. Thank you, Lord, that I got off of it.
This driver escaped just moments before the road split apart. Ferocious winds lashed parts of Georgia, sending this tree through a house, splitting it nearly in half. In western Arkansas,
as this entire lane blocked,
this mountain finally gave way, causing a landslide.
Every possible missing family.
But the rain turned deadly in Texas when a wall of water rushed into the town of Palestine Friday overnight. Linda Asbury desperately tried to get her 4 great-grandchildren, all under 10, out of the house.
A tide of water came through, and it was just too much pressure.
All 5 drowned. Their neighbors were unable to reach them in time.
Lord Jesus, just please, I don't know what you're doing to me. But Lord, you took my 4 babies from me, Lord God, and I don't know what to do now.
Parts of Texas got at least 8 inches of water and 6 tornadoes. 2 EF2 twisters hit the town of Lindale. One family was inside their home when it was picked up and moved 12 feet. The Houston area experienced its wettest April ever, with over 17 inches of rain in some places in just 24 hours. Operation Blessing teamed up with Powerhouse Church in the town of Katy to help flood victims remove debris and even sheetrock from their damaged homes. Dale Hurt, CBN News.
Presidential candidates are getting ready to battle it out for Indiana's vote in tomorrow's primary. Frontrunners Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton are already preparing to go head-to-head in the general election. Sunday, Trump mocked Ted Cruz and said he'd rather move on to battle Clinton, calling her Crooked Hillary. But Cruz, John Kasich, and Bernie Sanders are still not giving up their quest to oust the frontrunners. One poll shows Trump leading with Indiana's Republican primary voters with 49%. Followed by Cruz with 34% and Kasich with 13%. Polls show Sanders and Clinton are much closer. 2 U.S. missionaries were found dead in a rural area of Jamaica. The Jamaican police identified 48-year-old Randy Hensel and 53-year-old Harold Nichols after their bodies were found severely beaten and left in the bushes. There have been no arrests, and investigators made no comment about a possible motive. Both missionaries lived and worked in Jamaica with their families for a Pennsylvania-based religious organization called Teams for Medical Missions. The Caribbean island has long struggled with high violent crime rates. South Korea is closely monitoring North Korea in anticipation that Pyongyang will soon conduct a 5th nuclear test. The speculation might create bigger political waves than North Korea expected. Mung-Fai Lee has the story.
North Korea's recent missile launch from a submarine has the South Korea and U.S. government's concern. South Korea says it was an explicit provocation and demands Pyongyang to stop.
Our government again strongly urges North Korea to stop making absurd claims and stop all additional provocative actions, including nuclear tests.
Dr. Philip Bohm teaches international affairs at Regent University. He believes the U.S. should continue to urge China to pressure North Korea to halt its missile and nuclear development program.
China, and of course China is an ideological ally to North Korea. It's also, of course, border countries, but particularly China has approved UN resolutions to impose sanctions. However, there's a lot of, non-implementation of them. So I think if China were to be not only in word, but also in deed, imposing the sanctions on North Korea, we could see an improvement in terms of relations.
China supports international sanctions imposed against North Korea, but some critics say Beijing is not enforcing them. Meanwhile, North Korea claims they're willing to halt nuclear weapons tests if South Korea suspends its annual war games with the U.S. military.
오늘 저는 뜻깊은 공문서를 맞으며
Stop the military exercises, war exercises in the Korean Peninsula, and we will respond likewise.
The South Korean government believes North Korea is trying to prevent further discussion about sanctions. South Korean officials say they'll keep an open dialogue with the North to reduce political tensions. At a recent summit with the Chinese president, President Obama said that China and the U.S. are both committed to punishing North Korea.
Of great importance to both of us is North Korea's pursuit of nuclear weapons, which threatens the security and stability of the region. And President Xi and I are both committed to the denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula and full implementation of UN sanctions.
Although North Korea is unlikely to halt its nuclear weapons program, the United States will continue press for negotiation. And China may be the only hope to convince North Korea to return to the bargaining table. Meng-Fei Lee for CBN News.
The entire Bible is being read out loud, nonstop, at the heart of the nation's capital this week. The 27th annual Bible Marathon on the Capitol Plaza started last night with hymns, singing, and prayer. Volunteers take turns reading scripture at the podium day and night until Thursday, the National Day of Prayer. The event's co-director, Reverend Michael Hall, says they will continue reading regardless of the weather or opposition from secularists. Washington is still abuzz about the annual White House Correspondents' Dinner held over the weekend. CBN special guest Candace Cameron Bure sat down with White House correspondent Jennifer Wishon before hitting the red carpet.
Hollywood took Washington by storm to attend the last White House Correspondents' Dinner of President Obama's term. Actress Candace Cameron Bure was the special celebrity guest of CBN News.
It's two worlds colliding, entertainment and politics, which is really fun. And politics is a new thing for me.
You know, this event is called Nerd Prom. Mm-hmm. Do you think that's fitting?
I think that's a fun name, but I think being a nerd is cool, so I'll take it.
She'll also take the success she's enjoying. Bure was recently nominated for an Emmy for her work as a co-host on The View, and this week she starts filming season 2 of Fuller House, the show starring Bure as DJ Tanner, all grown up from the original sitcom Full House.
We love each other so much. We have so much fun, and we're all so grateful to be there.
You've pushed back against some of your critics who watch the show and say, you know, kissing scenes, some of the wardrobe, some of the language isn't appropriate for a Christian actress or a Christian audience. I just wonder what you would like to say to those critics.
I've been an actress for 35 years, and it's a part of my business. It's not that I don't think about every decision that I make and every script and every part that I play. And my husband and I have come to what the boundaries are for us so that I can do the job and exercise the talent that God has given me, but do it within the boundaries that make the two of us comfortable. And one of those boundaries we draw the line at is kissing, that it's nothing more than that. And that's something that I've been doing since I was 13 years old. I had my very first kiss on Full House. I think sometimes it's funny, though, that people love my movies on Hallmark, which I love making, and my mystery series, and there's always a kiss at the end of those movies, and people love them.
Scroll through her social media post, and you'll see Bure advertises her Christian faith.
I love Jesus. Like, my faith is my whole life. And I love the relationship that I have with God, and it's important to me and my family, and sharing that with everybody, because that's what the gospel calls us to do, to go out into the world and share the gospel and the peace that only God gives us through his salvation. And so that's my calling. That's what our calling is as Christians. And so for me, that's an easy thing to do. It gives me joy to be able to wear a t-shirt or have the opportunity to proclaim it anywhere.
Bure put her career on hold to be a stay-at-home mom while her 3 children were younger. Now at age 40, she believes she's reaping the fruit of that decision.
I feel like there's definitely a blessing in that obedience of feeling my calling to be a stay-at-home mom, and because to see what I'm doing now, it overwhelms me.
Jennifer Wishon, CBN News, Washington.
Coming up, life in limbo, what it's like for Iraq's Christian refugees stuck in camps, desperate for your prayers. That story is coming up next, right here on CBN NewsWatch. Christianity is on the decline in Europe, and something else is starting to take its place. Muslims will soon outnumber practicing Christians in Europe. That's what the Justice Minister of Belgium told a committee of the European Parliament. He explained it is not because there are too many Muslims. Rather, there are generally fewer practicing Christians. And the country's deputy prime minister added, quote, "The worst thing we can do is to make an enemy of Islam." Many Christians who have fled the Islamic State are living in limbo at refugee camps in the Middle East. CBN News visited a camp in Kurdistan to see the difficulties believers are enduring. Here's Chris Mitchell with their story.
They drive on dirt roads, exist in cramped caravans, and are strangers in their own land. For many Christians, this has become the way of life. This is a refugee camp for Christians on the outskirts of Erbil, the capital of Kurdistan. Several thousand people live in these camps, and almost everyone had to leave more than a year ago when ISIS took over their villages and towns. This woman says they can't go back home.
It's impossible to go back to our towns because ISIS took even the tiles from the floors, and there's nothing left for us. Even if we went back, we cannot rebuild our homes again. That would take a long time and a lot of money.
Many talk about the hard life inside the camp.
It's really very bad because we don't have jobs and we have nothing to look forward to.
Medical care is limited. For example, this woman's son suffers from a heart condition and receives no treatment. This woman says Iraqi Christians have had a long and troubled history.
Almost every day of my life, we've been living with the economic crisis, political crisis, explosions, the war with Kuwait, the war with Iran, the war with ISIS. We have spent our lives surrounded by problems, wars, and battle.
Those with enough money have already left. The ones who remain have nowhere to go.
We feel we have no aim here. We are still inside our country, but still we feeling we have no aim for life. Because we are people of life. We are not dead people to stay in caravan for all our life. Those people, they are alive people. We are not dead people.
Most want to escape to a Western country, but that's becoming a distant dream. Critics charge the percentage of Middle East Christians allowed into the U.S. has been disproportionately low compared to Muslims. Many hope Christians around the world will pray for them.
And I like from the people to pray for us in the name of God, Savior, in their hearts to solve our problem.
Unless those prayers are answered, thousands will remain in these refugee camps. Chris Mitchell, CBN News, Aqaba Refugee Camp, Kurdistan.
And still to come, a new organization targeting young voters. Find out why they're reaching millennials with conservative values. That story is still to come. Half of all today's young people, millennials, identify with or lean toward the Democratic Party. And one reason why is no surprise. It's because no major organization has been working to reach them with conservative ideas until now. Heather Sells brings us the story of a man on a mission to bring that message to college campuses.
While the grand old party isn't known for reaching the young, there's a conservative youth movement that's alive and growing. As you can see at this recent CPAC conference, timeless principles delivered in millennially savvy ways energize this group by the hundreds.
So the things we're trying to do is get out there, be that ground game that Obama was doing in 2008 and 2012, and being out there, being active, getting on campuses, hitting the liberals where it hurts.
The organization behind this controlled chaos, Turning Point USA. Entrepreneur Charlie Kirk started it 4 years ago at the ripe young age of 18. Today, he oversees more than 1,000 chapters on college campuses across the country. We met up with Kirk at Ohio State, where he told us the birth of Turning Point came after he discovered that no major conservative organization existed for reaching young people.
We're up against unparalleled opposition. We're up against a well-oiled machine that George Soros and the left has pumped in hundreds of millions of dollars over the last 10 years.
Turning Point's strategy is laborious but effective. It centers around one-on-one conversation with college students, many of whom have never been exposed to the intellectual rigor behind conservative principles.
It's by no means a majority of the youth vote is going towards, the direction of the left, nor do they endorse those ideas wholeheartedly.
It's a lot of young people who, for whatever reason, are liberal. They identify themselves as liberal. But what you'll find is most of these people, when you start asking them why they believe certain things, what they really want is less government in their life.
Kirk has shrewdly assessed that small government is a winning point for conservatives trying to influence young minds. He's also decided to leave the social issues for his liberal opponents.
They come and talk about gay marriage, abortion, and drug legalization. So those are their big issues that they win on. Well, let's talk about corruption in government, taxes being too high, and government being too big.
Kirk's 2016 plan is all about influencing higher education. He wants to double his field staff to 100 by this summer and start a chapter on every major campus in key voting states, like Florida, Virginia, and Ohio. His strategy includes selling conservative values through nonstop social media and heavy use of pop culture. At Cedarville University, Rep. Carly Conley uses different themes every week to draw students.
People just love it, using what millennials know and what millennials love to get them engaged it's so fun to watch.
But Turning Point is up against powerful forces like the media, Hollywood, and what Kirk considers his chief opponent, academia.
The vast majority of them will teach leftist dogma as facts, will use their position of influence using grade leveraging through ostracizing students, isolating them, making them feel alone, making them feel stupid, not taking their facts or opinions seriously.
Election experts and many political leaders agree the youth vote is key to political survival.
If you are not always training the next generation, how do you ever pass on the legacy?
President Obama captured 2/3 of this group in 2012. Analysts believe Mitt Romney would have won if he had only split that vote with Obama. Kirk says today's young people want a presidential candidate who is authentic, likable, and can relate to their world.
So when a candidate, for example, is trying to communicate to a younger audience and they don't know just the basic terms of vocabulary, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Kanye West, the Kardashians, Taylor Swift, that doesn't make you necessarily very likable.
Turning Point doesn't campaign for or promote candidates, but its ability to win over young minds to a conservative worldview could affect this election and many more in the years to come. Reporting in Columbus, Ohio, Heather Sells, CBN News.
In order to reach them, you must speak their language. Stay with us. There's more of CBN NewsWatch coming up. A full-scale replica of Noah's Ark is set to make a 5,000-mile journey across the Atlantic Ocean. It will travel on a barge from its home in the Netherlands all the way to Brazil, with the goal of allowing hundreds of thousands more people to experience the life and story of Noah. The voyage will be streamed live at arkofnoah.org. It took 4 years to build the 400-foot reproduction, and it's been on display since 2012. Featuring interactive tours and for visitors inside. In Brazil, new tour experiences will be added using virtual and augmented reality. It is time to pass along a little motivation for your Monday, and I want you to remember this as the cares of this week arise in your life. God has the same resume. If He's done it before, He can do it again, and there is no trial or trouble you face today or in the days ahead that is too big for your Father to handle. So keep moving, knowing you are always victorious. With that word, make this a marvelous Monday. That is going to do it for this edition of CBN NewsWatch. You can find more of our exclusive coverage of the issues you care most about at cbnnews.com. And we'd love to hear what you think about the stories you've seen here today. You can do it on Facebook or at CBN News on Twitter. Hope you'll join us again right here next time. Once again, make this a marvelous Monday. We'll see you right back here tomorrow.